Hi, everyone. I hope you had a fantastic summer. Welcome to Research Methods. And of course, I think most of you or all of you should know me by now. Joan Dickinson. I've been serving, of course, as your advisor in the program, and you have had me for design theory and research. So, research methods is basically a follow-up to design theory and research. And if you can recall, in design theory and research, we really zeroed in on beginning research methods. And so we talked about things like research design, we looked at experimental design, we looked at survey design, we also looked at qualitative design and correlational research. And then we kind of dug deep into things like sampling. We looked at instrumentation, reliability, and validity. So this is a follow-up class, and what we will zero in or focus on in this class is we're going to start with the methods. And we certainly have looked at the methods. We talked quite a bit about methodology in design theory and research, and we'll pick up there again in research methods. So in the beginning of this class, it will be somewhat of a review. So we'll talk about the methods. You'll also have an opportunity to revise your methods section and resubmit that. And you'll be able to resubmit that in a way where you can get critique from your classmates. Then we're going to move on to what is called the IRB process, or Human Subjects Approval from Radford University. And we will have a whole unit on that particular subject matter. Before you can collect data from human subjects, you do have to get what is called IRB, or Institutional Review Board approval, from either Radford University or from another university. And so we will spend some time talking about that as well in this class. We touched on that, of course, in design theory and research when we talked about uh, the ethics involved in conducting research, and you also did human subjects uh, training through Radford University. And now we're going to talk about that actual IRB process. Then we're going to go into the results and discussion sections. And so, if you can recall, in design theory and research, we spent a lot of time on what we would call the first three chapters of a thesis, a traditional five-chapter thesis. So, we talked a lot about the introduction, the literature review, and the methods. Again, we're going to review that process in this class. We're going to especially focus on the methods. But then we're going to go into the last two chapters of a traditional five-chapter thesis, and we're going to talk a lot more about the results and the discussion sections. So basically, again, this class really is a continuation of design theory and research, and we're going to zero in on the results and the discussion sections. This is going to be helpful, first of all, if you are going to complete a five-chapter traditional thesis. This class will be very helpful for when you start to write the results and the discussion sections for the five-chapter thesis. This class will also be incredibly helpful for you for when you read journal articles, because in many respects, a traditional journal article is organized in a very similar way to a five-chapter thesis, where you have an introduction, a literature review, the methods, the results, and the discussion. So this class will also help you to uh, better read journal articles and be more informed about what should happen in each of the sections of a journal article. Our book for the class is Research Design. This is a book written by Cresswell and Cresswell. And you're going to notice, if you kind of scroll down, I have the syllabus pulled up on the screen, and you're going to notice that if we kind of scroll down here, you're going to see the required textbook for this class. You can get either the fifth or sixth edition. That's totally fine. So it's either a 2018 or a 2022 date. You can easily pick this up through Amazon. We'll also look at the Luma Institute book. You already have this book, so that's not something that you will be required to purchase. Excuse me. And that's really all that you need to purchase for this class. Again, is the Research Design Qualitative, Quantitative, and Mixed Methods Approaches by Cresswell. And then you're going to also see as you kind of look through the syllabus that our classes predominantly comprise this semester of assignments, and we do have a discussion thread that we will complete for this class as well. If, if I kind of scroll down here, you're going to see the class is organized according to weeks. This is kind of how I typically organize my class, and you'll also see topic folders that are associated with that particular week. For this first week, I just want you to become familiar with the class. You will need to pick up the book. Make sure you kind of read through the syllabus, note the due dates, and then I will be in touch with you. We are going to schedule a time to meet via Zoom just to see if you have any overall questions in regards to the class. You can also this week read through assignment one and also read through the discussion thread assignment because when we kind of scroll down here, you're going to notice that next week assignment one is due, and then we will also start working on the discussion thread. If you ever have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me via Zoom, I'm sorry, email. I'm always responsive to emails. I will always make sure that I reply to your emails in a prompt manner. I look at emails pretty much every day. I will tell you that I do take Saturdays off. So if you email me on Saturday, you will not hear from me typically until Sunday. I have a tendency to check emails on Sunday evening. And again, the best way to get a hold of me is through email. Also, please know that I'm always willing to schedule a Zoom meeting with you at any time. I frequently do one-on-one Zoom meetings with students. We won't have very many group Zoom meetings. I find that in this class, we tend to work more individually. But also feel free if you would like to schedule an individual Zoom meeting with me. I'm more than willing to do that. So I'm excited to have you again this semester. And if you have any questions, by all means, please feel free to reach out to me at any time.